Hey folks, welcome back. So there's two things here I wanted to discuss. One is what packages they have available and what they have kind of on the marketplace, and also show you what's available in the concierge what's available in the concierge. And it's crazy because it's not really they neglect this so badly. So you have to realize that the concierge thing is not it's an in my opinion it's an artificial reward. Okay, so as I digress back, if you were to start the game, the Nomad is a fantastic. I still own one and I keep it. It is I haven't traded it, and you can see it comes with the polar paint, which is so you basically get two paints because you can unequip the paint and still have the default skin. Um, Look, they're giving you the armor set. They're giving you an armor set, and they're giving you 6 months of automatic. So you're getting the armor set. The because normally by itself this is like a $95 package, but they're layering it up, and so this is a good deal. I do not like the cutter. They have a high level of fidelity, but as soon as you get into combat, like let's say you're getting attacked by some space pirates or something, player versus environment, you're not getting away. They're just shooting you down. It's highly frustrating. You can't escape from anything. So it's like instant death. Um, the 300, I wouldn't get this. You'll not have a pleasurable experience. I wouldn't get these. These are very dated. I mean, they're like the first models they came out with way back in the day. This thing is actually a little gem. It is super quick and agile. I mean, just imagine you're flying around in a aluminum soda can. That's what this is, but it holds a large amount of cargo. It holds 4 SCU of cargo. You can do bunker missions and drag the bodies into the back bay and then unloot them into cargo and put something like 25 body armor sets inside the SCX. So this is a good one, and it's much quicker than this. And this will also this is a parasite ship for the Carrack. So this is a good one. Then again, I wouldn't recommend this. Um, for the money, this is a good ship, but not for the money. And I'll let you know here in a second why that is. This is dated and it's kind of janky to fly. It's not a very good experience. The Arrow, still one of the top PvP ships for kind of one of the metas. And, people argue that the new Lightning is the meta, but I'm still going to go with the Gladius and the Arrow or the metas because they're cheaper to get into. They're cheaper to buy with in-game money. Your Nomad, right? Your old workhorse Cutlass Black. I wouldn't. It's okay. It's okay. It's super tanky. It's kind of the master of all expertise and none kind of gig. The freelancer, if you had to pick between the two, I would go between the Cutlass Black, but I wouldn't do this. It's interesting they're showing my concierge package in here. The Hornet's got some flight model issues. Do not pick up a Hornet. Now, I'm not recommending, but I'm going to say this again. I'm not recommending you spend any money on the game, but if you were to, this is my opinion. The Hornet's got some big time flight model issues. They have like 8 variances in the game, and when you go to land, they do I got videos. If you just search Hornet on my YouTube channel, you'll see where I try to land, and then the flight model freezes, and then it slowly rolls belly up. So I would not recommend this until they go through and do like a hardcore revamp on the Hornets. Um, I have come full circle on all the Cuddies, the constellations. I used to did not like them. I thought, oh, but I have purchased them, melted them, and then repurchased them, and they're like one of my favorite mid to large tier ships. So I'm not recommending these packages. I'm just saying the Cuddy in general is a really good ship. Um, let's see what this versus pack is. I'm curious what this is. Let's see what this versus pack. You get See, the problem is they layer these packs up. Junk, junk. Okay, 300i is really good. Junk, junk. Okay, this is okay. Junk, meh. Right. This is what you're getting. Junk, junk. So that's the problem with these packages is they layer them up with a lot of trash for an inflated price. Let's see what the carrot package is. Um, okay, good, good, good. I really like the Terrapin. Um, this is okay. I think there are better models. And then the it really it's designed for long range exploration, and it's not really effective until you we get to their constellation. So out of all the freelancers, it's like the most dookie of all of them. So meh. I mean, you could always convert it over too. You can always upgrade. So this is actually not a. I mean, forget about the price, but this is actually not a bad package because all of these are functional, good vehicles. Let me see. Of course, this is in my opinion, right? Let's see. I wanted to see some of the new stuff that they were. Obviously, I'm not recommending any of this stuff. I'm not recommending any of this stuff. I thought they also had let's go extras. Here you go. Here are all your paints, right? Let's go. We got standalone ships. Boom. This is one I wanted to check. Gladius, fantastic vehicle. Now, of course, these don't have game packages, so if you're a new player, you know, you can always upgrade your package right here. If I click on ship upgrades, let's say if I were to, I could pick like my Nox, right? And it tells me what I can upgrade into. So even if you pick up a base package, you can add like an extra, $30 or $40. And watch, let's say if I just select this, right? And it'll say, oh, you owe me $15. So you can, even when you buy a package, you can upgrade into nicer ships. But we're just kind of going over because they don't always have these things available. So Gladius is fantastic. Stay away from the Avengers. They're not that enjoyable to play. Redeemer, I've owned it, didn't like it, melted it. It's got some quirks. It's meant to be like a heavy multi-role ship, and if you're just kind of one or two buddies, it's just not a good Vanguards. Not the hoplite, obviously, but I'm a big fan of the Vanguards. I really like those. At first I didn't like them, but I've come full circle on the Vanguards. I really like these. Don't buy any ground vehicles. This is their medevac. It's got the bed healing in it. Fantastic. Got a little food locker where you can open up. You can RP and geek out on the. This is a recommend. This is a recommend. Not a recommend. See again, Hornets. Look, they got all these different variances, and they all have busted flight models. This is a cool ship. It's supposed to be a drop ship, but it's got a super janky layout with no storage. It really needs like an interior rework really bad. Would not recommend. Out of all the ground vehicles, the Cyclone and this are probably the two most that I would recommend. But I digress. The Mole is the multi-crew miner. I'm just not happy with any of the mining gameplay. It's just not where okay, you got your Mustang, your Alpha, your Beta, your Gamma. One of these got like an interior cockpit, and if you were dead set if you were dead set on getting a Mustang, I would get the one with the interior cockpit. I forget which one it is. It's like the exploration version, but none of these have been updated in like 15 years. They are extremely dated. And the low, I call fidelity, extremely low level of fidelity. It's not a good experience. Nomad is a recommend. I would get the starter package that I recommended. The Mercury Star Runner, I've owned it. I didn't really like it. I ended up melting it. I ended up uptrading it to the cargo hauler, the Hercules, because it's got like this weird. They're trying to make it like the Millennial Falcon, and it's got like these interior pathways. It's way too big for what it is. I just didn't like it. and they're also, it's supposed to be a data runner. There is no data running gameplay in the game. Um, I I like these. I like these spirits, these A1 spirit. I'm so far I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You know, I would take this over where's it at? The Cutlass Black. I would take this over the Cutlass Black. Cutlass Red is a medevac ship, so quite robust, super hard to kill, lots of hit points. Buccaneers a yes, really enjoyed that one. It's in that same category as like the Arrow and the Gladius. One of those. It's kind of like it's a lot of fun, super quick. Um, Black, I would take the Spirit over the Black, just because the Black just feels so dated now. Corsair, Corsair is a pretty cool ship. The only problem is man, and I heard they fixed it in one of the patches, but it's a little slow. I prefer flying the Constellation over the Corsair. Even though the Corsair is nicer and it has way better fidelity, and there's like all these drawers that open up, and it's way more immersive and better firepower, it's just a little too hard to turn, and they need to just up the performance like 10%, and it'd be a much better experience. Um, nope, trash, trash. I shouldn't say trash, right? I mean somebody's work, but it's a shit experience. Shit experience, shit experience, shit experience. Um, Opens up a gameplay loop. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd buy it in game. Don't buy this. It's kind of got some swag, but it's a drop ship. It's not a very good experience. This is a clown car. The issue that I had with the mining is that you didn't make enough money. You could make way more money doing salvaging than you could doing the mining. The mining was brutal on how long it took to. You could do bunker missions and make more money. It just didn't. The payout wasn't there. The gameplay mechanic, the whole process is wonderful, right? It's super good driving around and doing all the, but you just don't make no money. You just don't make no money. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. The only time you pick this is up if you're like getting into the racer stuff. I wouldn't really recommend any of these, like unless you have like an auxiliary plan that you want to do them. All of these, they're really cool. They look good. They got a lot of fidelity. They just don't have quantum drives, and they're kind of like little parasite ships. So I just can't recommend any of these. Here's your freelancer, your base model. This is okay. I don't really. They need a complete update. The DUR is the long range. Nope. You know, this is your max if you want an alternative to cargo hauling. This introduced some pretty cool gameplay mechanics. But they did this one first to see if they could figure out like the whole expando thing, and then this is the second iteration. I picked one of these up just to see if it was easier to do with salvage missions, because the problem with this ship is that you have a little tiny cargo bay. You can only hold 22, and so you have to offload that onto something else. And so we were kind of experimenting on which was the quickest to offload it to. And because some of these ships, like they have very narrow cargo holds, and it's hard to get the cargo into the ship because of the way they're designed. So I picked this up just to see if it was an easier experience, and it is. I would argue that the sweet spot is, if you're going to do salvage, is this and this, or maybe this and a Cutlass Black, because it's got the side doors that open up and you can throw shit in the side. So some of these have synergy with each other. I couldn't recommend this at this phase in the game. I can't recommend it. It's too much money, and it's got a very niche gameplay loop. I just can't recommend it. These are kind of cool because they have quantum drives, and they're small enough to where you can kind of do a parasite thing where you can land it in like a Carrack. These are okay. They're overpriced. You know, really their price should be like $75. Nope. Trash. Don't do it. You will not be happy. These are all really good, but what's crazy is the 300i is like the one bump up. and it's such a better ship. It's such a better ship. So I recommend the one that I kind of use for my daily driver is the 325A. Even though I got quite a few ships, this is my daily driver. It's the most fun because it has an interior cockpit, and I just, for whatever reason, it falls into my daily driver. Um, so either one of these are a high recommend. Don't get this. Don't get any of these. Um, I recommend that if you're going to get a Constellation, get the Taurus. They're all almost the same. Okay, and the Taurus is going to get a tractor in this next update. The Taurus is going to get a tractor beam coming on the bottom turret. The problem with the Aquarius is, I can't even say that shit, is the turrets on the bottom and the scanners on the top. So even though it's got the two turrets, only the bottom one, and it's hard to hit targets from the bottom turret. This has the I think 190 cargo, and these two have like 85 car. I forget what the cargo is. And this is like your Armada. This is your missile boat and it's got twice the whole hit points, but these all have the same shield hit points. So I recommend, for the price point, the Taurus is the sweet spot. I highly recommend, highly recommend. You'll be happy with the gameplay on the Taurus. Nope, these are okay. Cyclone's a lot of fun. And the cool thing about Cyclone is it's got enough cargo space to hold a 1 SCU crate. So you could put a 1 SCU crate and you can drive around and load it up with a bunch of stuff. Stay away from the Nova. No, the Nova is not a good. It's a bad design. I mean, it looks cool, but the game, they're having all these issues with driving mechanics and gameplay, physics. Just stay away from the ground vehicles if all possible. Don't get the Manus. You're not going to be happy with it. It's really supposed to be like a multiplayer experience. Don't do it. So to summarize, I'm trying to run through this. To summarize, my top 5 picks are the 325A, or you could substitute for 300i. I would say the Nomad would be number 2, up here at the very, very top. I'd get the package if you haven't done it. You can't go wrong with the Gladius. You can't go wrong with the Pisces, and you can't go wrong with like this is a good one. You know what? I'll go with the Spirit. I'll just say, if you want to go with a regular cargo, medium, entry level, I'd go the new C1 Spirit. How's that? Medium, jack of all trades, because it's got a tractor beam on the back. Let's go with that. But I wanted to try to get through this real quick. I'm talking a little fast. Please like, subscribe, let me know, leave a comment, tell me I'm retarded. It's completely okay. All right, I enjoy challenging and conversation. Thank you.